Hello there and welcome back to the Hull City Fan Central YouTube channel, where today we do have our Hull City versus Sheffield United pre-match preview and prediction ahead of the first game back from the international break and a Yorkshire derby at that. Friday night football, that's why this video is here on a Thursday, as Hull City will take on Sheffield United at the MKM Stadium at 8 o'clock with the Sky television being there, Sky Sports. So look out for that. So let's head into an injury update to start things off. Now a few bits of injury updates considering that we just had an international break. So both Liam Miller and Casey Palmer have both been out on international duty for their respective sides at the senior level. Liam Miller for Canada and Casey Palmer for Jamaica. Both of them played in both fixtures for their respective teams. Liam Miller, his last appearance came on Tuesday night, 77 minutes he played as Canada drew 0-0 to Mexico. And then on the same night, Casey Palmer played 65 minutes as Jamaica beat Honduras 1-0. The games before that, they obviously played a bit of a part of too. I believe that that Liam Miller came off the bench and Casey Palmer started, played 75 minutes and got man of the match in that one. So well done to Casey Palmer. He has had a fantastic 2 games out on international duty and hopefully can really push on. Injury-wise for them, they're both fit. There is expected back at training today, so we'll see sort of how that's gone. And what Tim Walter has said is he'll assess the pair today, whether they are fit enough to start the game. But considering the fact that they have just played, I presume so. It's just whether, obviously with the travel, both of them travelling a varied amount of distance, of course, to America and then obviously to Jamaica. It's quite a bit of a travel distance, so hopefully they are both fit enough to play tomorrow night. Moving away from international players, of course, we have a trio of Ryan Longman, Dukan Sinek and Andy Smith. All 3 of them are not available for selection, but they are making progress towards their recovery. Ryan Longman and Dukan Sinek have both returned to light training this week, so we could hopefully see them in maybe a few weeks' time. Ryan Longman seems like more of a positive case, as Tim Walter has come out saying that it seems like he's only a few weeks off, coming back after recovering well from his shoulder surgery. Andy Smith, he continues his recovery, hasn't returned to training yet, so we will see how that one fares out for the young defender. Other than that, no fresh injury concerns for the club. It's quite nice to not really have any sort of injury concerns for a few weeks. I'm sure this will rapidly change, as it always does in Hull City fashion, and we'll probably have the entire first team out with various injuries within the next few weeks. Touch wood, that doesn't happen. Touch wood. So let's move on to my Hull City predicted starting 11. Powered by friends over at Fanhub. If you don't know what Fanhub is, what are you doing with your life? Fanhub, it's a fantastic free app. Use the link down in the description or go to the App Store, search up Fanhub and use my golden ticket code HUL-IZR and you'll bypass the waitlist to get into the app. So it's fantastic for that. You'll also get rewarded for using my code and the Fanhub app. You get rewarded for being a football fan anyway, so it's a fantastic app. A free app where you get rewarded for being a football fan of your club. Why would you not download it? Go and download it. Put your team's predicted starting 11. You can put in your predicted 5 matches from that week. You can keep up to date on your team's news. Doesn't have to be Hull City. It can be any team that you follow, and you get rewarded for doing so. You also get rewarded for attending games. It's fantastic. You should go and download it. So let's move on to my predicted starting 11. So there is possible changes in here. We don't really know how the squad will shape up considering the back end of the transfer window, but this is what I think Tim Walter will lay out with. Ivor Panda, yeah, his case is a little bit on the rocks with the input of Carl Rushworth and obviously Ratchiopi not actually making a league appearance yet. Of course, his appearance in the League Cup wasn't the best, but we can't chalk down a player's entire career to one appearance. He had a fantastic time last season in the Champions League for young boys before he made the permanent switch to Hull City, and of course he had 2 fantastic games against Manchester City in the Champions League. So certainly a brilliant keeper at the end of the day, so we can't chalk it down, but I do think Ivor Panda will be the one to start this game, as we cannot take the man off the incredible form that he has had in the league, being one of the better keepers in the league so far this season. right back, Louis Coyle. I've got more to say on Louis Coyle's past few weeks, as he's had a fantastic past few weeks in awards-wise for Hull City. But I do think that it would be stupid to have anyone else starting it right back on the form that he is currently on. Of course, 1 goal, that wonder strike at Plymouth, and he has been outplaying the rest of the Hull City squad on the field for majority of the games. So, got to start. Centre-back partnership with Alfie Jones, and God let it be Charlie Hughes. We all just want to see what Charlie Hughes has. If he has a game and he flops, so be it. We've got Sean McLaughlin, chuck him back out there, let the lad develop for a bit more. We just want to see Charlie Hughes. I think he is the one early sign that hasn't appeared for the club now. He surely has to be. I'm sorry, I've just knocked the mic. But he surely has to be. So Charlie Hughes needs to get in there, and hopefully he does so. And then obviously left back Ryan Giles. Out of them, Oscar Zambrano will remain his spot in the midfield. Nothing further has come out of the allegations due to his doping. So all seems happy so far in Oscar Zambrano land. Partner up with him will be Gustavo Puerta. Hopefully he can get a starting role here. I think maybe it'll be a little bit of a nice one to see Regan Slater maybe sidelined for this game, considering the start of the season that he had. Of course, it still is a big game for Regan Slater, a Sheffield United fan himself, and obviously playing for the club for quite some time. I know, speaking to a few Sheffield United fans saying the poor start that Regan Slater's had to this season, and they've all been going, what? Are we on about the same Regan Slater? Of course, 50 grand Regan Slater. So yeah, hopefully we do see a bit of a change up there. Ahead of that, it is remaining all the same, as Marvin Mahelm will remain in that attacking midfield role, with Abdeshamer out on the right. So you could possibly make an argument for Will Jarvis, or a plethora of the summer signings that we got right at the deadline. And then obviously over on the left, Liam Miller. And up top, seems to be the starting striker now, Chris Bedia. You will notice that one player is not featuring in there. One player that I haven't discussed in this video yet, but I'll come to that in a minute. As there he is. It is Hull City's latest signing, and you're probably thinking, how have we got a signing? Well, free transfer market. If you stay attention to the videos I've been posting over the past few weeks, we could dabble into the free transfer market, and we have done with Steven Alzate. I did talk about this one when he was taking his medical, but Steven Alzate, he won't feature in this game as he still needs to work on his fitness a little bit more after coming and joining us a few days ago. But Steven Alzate joins on a 2-year deal with the club option of a further year. As I said, there is some more stuff to cover for Hull City, and that is the fact that Louis Coyle, not only has he won Goal of the Month for August, he's also won Player of the Month for August for Hull City, a double award month for the skipper. I said he's had a fantastic month. Here's his August stats. 1 goal, 1 clean sheet, 3.5 tackles per game, 4.8 duels won per game, and 1 big chance created. And of course, we do know about his goal. We was live streaming it here on the channel. A little bit of news aside from sort of the channel here. I have done one of my first collabs over on the Ramble for Jimmy over at the Blades Ramble YouTube channel. He contacted me, did a little pre-match analysis for Hull City coming into this Sheffield United fixture. So go and check out his video for the Ramble rundown, see a bit of their side of the things, and also see some more of what I've got to say about Hull City coming into this fixture for the Sheffield United fans. So, let's focus more on to the Hull City versus Sheffield United game, shall we? Last meetings between both sides, they have looked a little bit dire. Of course, 2023 was last time we played them in January, losing 1-0 away at Bramall Park, and I believe Benjamin Tete got that. I think that was Benjamin Tete red card game, where he kind of lashed out, but it was in response. We won't get into it now because Benjamin Tete, he's far gone. But yeah, that was the last time we played each other. And last time to see a Hull City win against Sheffield United, we're probably tracking back the years to a 2018, where I think that we got a penalty shootout win in the League Cup. And then a few months before that, we got an actual win in 90 minutes against them. I believe so. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's the case. Certainly 2018 was last time we picked up a win against Sheffield United. Will that change tomorrow? Only time will tell. So form coming into this game. Well, Sheffield United have had a a decent start to the season in all things, haven't they? Undefeated through the first 4 fixtures, 2 wins, 2 draws along that. They did get knocked out of the League Cup in that 1-0 loss to Barnsley that you see on your screen there. Hull City-wise, not had the best start of the season. Not entirely worse, though. There is teams below us in the table, which means that it hasn't been that stinky. We haven't won a game, but we've only lost 1, and that being a 2-0 loss to Leeds United last time out, where we was just outplayed in that second half. But first half, we certainly proved to hold our own and maybe could have grabbed a goal or 2 in that first half. But other than that, we have looked a little bit lacklustre in the rest of our fixtures. Hopefully, this international break we've just had can switch things around and that we can boost ourselves up the table. As I say, it's too early to look at the table, but I've got it up here anyway. Sheffield United currently sitting in 8th. We're in 19th. Sheffield United, you're probably noticing out the maths doesn't add up for their points. That is because they suffered a 2-point deduction at the start of the season due to some financial fair play something or another. They suffered a 2-point deduction, which meant they won their first game but only got 1 point from it, which is I believe the first time and probably the only time that has happened. We sit down in 19th, of course. Do not take that into consideration. 3 draws, 1 loss, 0 wins, and that's 0 wins under Tim Walter as well. So my score prediction: it will be another draw for Hull City, but it'll be a draw in the right direction as we pick up a 2-2 draw against a promotion hopeful in Sheffield United, of course, suffering on a really stinky season in the Premier League last time out. Their squad has remained quite strong, though. I believe it's probably stronger than the squad that they had in the Premier League last season. Certainly a few key players to watch out for, Gustavo Harmer being one. We know what he can do as he has played against us for Coventry before. Of course, he didn't do too much back. That was back when we had Oscar Cepignan scoring goals for Delight against Coventry. But it will be a tough affair against Sheffield United. So I'm going for a 2-2 draw. I think it will be a feisty affair, but I think Hull City will have just enough with the home crowd getting behind them on a Friday night, near enough a sellout, certainly in the lower bowl. Not sure about Upper West yet, but certainly going to be a packed stadium for this Yorkshire derby. And I do think Chris Beddy will grab his first Hull City goal, as he really had a few moments in that Leeds game where he looked like he maybe could have grabbed 1 or 2 in that first half. And then Will Jarvis from the bench. I'm just hoping Will Jarvis can have a really breakout season, which he has started to have, but maybe a goal or 2 will maybe put into Tim Walter's mind. Maybe Will Jarvis should start some games and shove Abdushamir into the centre. I'll leave you with that photo of Adjanilla Jolly, as we all always do, as I ask you to let me know down in the comments what your predictions are ahead of this game. Who do you think you will win? Who do you think will score? If anyone will score for Hull City, I want to know all, so let me know down there. Go and check out the Blades Ramble YouTube channel to go and see myself over on their match warm for this game. And make sure that you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel here to step down and everything Hull City. I will have my vlog out live after the game tomorrow, and you do not want to miss it, as hopefully Hull City can get their season kick-started in a proper fashion in their 5th game of the Championship. So I will see you over there. Up the Tigers.